So random thought, obviously now that I'm single, it's kind of like awkward to have conversations with guys because now that I'm older, you know, they're asking, oh, do you have kids? Obviously I'm not going to deny that I have kids and I'm not embarrassed of my kids at all. But it just is awkward when they ask me also, like last night I got asked for the first time, do they have two different baby daddies or the same dad? And I was just like, yeah. Because
whoa, wait a minute. You mean to tell me that now dating is awkward because she's older and she has children? Now, why do you think she's embarrassed? Could it be the same reason why this is awkward? Comment your thoughts under this video. While you're commenting your thoughts, let me go ahead and welcome you to another episode of Wall Watch, where we see how women respond to hitting the wall. Today's question is a really simple one. Should this woman be embarrassed? Make sure you join this conversation, like the video, then subscribe to the channel because I'm posting daily content. My name is Bertrand. I am the coolest dude on the planet and I'm your friend. Confidence and clarity is the goal. So here we go.
So random thought, obviously now that I'm single, it's kind of like awkward to have conversations with guys because now that I'm older, you know, they're asking, oh, do you have kids? Obviously I'm not going to deny that I have kids and I'm not embarrassed of my kids at all. But it just is awkward when they ask me also, like last night I got asked for the first time, do they have two different baby daddies or the same dad? And I was just like, yeah, because I was going to let him think whatever like he thought. So, but then he was like, so two different baby daddies? I was like, yeah, but the first one doesn't count because I was a teenager and he's not involved. So like I don't have two, I have one.
I don't know. That sounds like a really good reason to be embarrassed because how can the baby not count? How can the child, the human being that's growing, how could the father not count? There's a reason why men ask how many fathers a woman actually has, and I'm gonna answer that. Let's continue.
So whatever, he didn't say anything, but it's just kind of like, how do I word this? I just know that when it comes down to it, if a guy is trying to pick between two women and one of them has kids and the other one doesn't, he's always gonna go for the one that doesn't have kids. So I feel like I have no chance at this point. And not even that I'm trying to find anybody serious anyway. Like, one, I just got out of a divorce. I have no trust in men right now at all.
That is a red flag. She may actually not want to date, but here's the thing. There are plenty of women in this situation, whether it's a breakup or a divorce. Women get their asses back out here and they get out here and they damage other men. For instance, why would she want a perfectly good, healthy man that has to deal with her children? I got an answer for that too. Let's continue.
I don't think I ever will. Obviously, I'm only going to be dating right now for fun. But I feel like once you tell a guy that you have kids, they automatically think. Like, oh, she's probably looking for a stepdad or a husband or something. And it's like, actually, not at all. I just hate that I'm in this new position.
So the reason why men ask that is because a man is trying to figure out how many men he would have to deal with in dealing with this woman, along with her children, and then her, right? So her, the children, the man, is she worth it? She's going to always say yes, but is she? That's the question. Okay, so the reason why this is an awkward situation for this woman is simply because she wants to lie, but she realizes that it's hard to lie about two different children. For instance, the fact that she has two different baby fathers is a whole story and situation in itself.
Exactly. Mr. Lee, you are not the father.
Told you. I've already said that men do not want to deal with other men when it comes to their woman. For some reason, women either ignore this or they're really trying to force you to actually deal with that type of situation. Now, the thing that would actually help women, especially single moms in this situation, is them actually appreciating the man and having a stronger drive to prove to her that, or to prove to him that the guys were the ones who actually messed up this situation. Now, the reason I'm saying that is because the majority of men, logical thinking men, are going to think, what actually happened? Like, why did those guys leave? Was she the problem or were they the problem? Now, here's the funny thing. No matter how it's explained, right? Let's say that the guys were the problem. That means if the man deals with the woman, he has to deal with men that were the problem. But if she is the problem, that means he's taking on their problem, which means he also has to deal with her causing a headache, plus her children causing the headache, plus the other men causing a headache as well. Now, that is the reason why the man would choose the woman who has no kids, because there's no baggage, there's no stress. We get that. We understand that. Now, I often ask, do you think a woman is telling you the truth, or do you think she's telling you how she feels? Now, we saw that she did an awkward laugh like, yeah, I have 2 baby daddies, but the first one doesn't count. The first one definitely counts because that human that came out of her is still growing.
Right here.
That human that came out of her, they're going to need things: food, clothes, companionship, and some type of mental help, masculine help, right? I would tell all the men out there who deal with single moms, because I deal with single moms. The reason why is because I'm a single father. So yes, I do deal with single moms because I at least understand the lifestyle, right? When you have children, you do have limitations. I know single moms who think that they don't have limitations, but they actually do. You hear women talk about, well, I got a job, so, you know, that means I got to get up and I got to go to work. But let me tell you guys this. Those are the same women who are going out and partying Monday through Friday, right? In addition to Saturday and Sunday. So them trying to use that tactic on you, hopefully you guys do not let that affect you in your decision making. The next problem she has is literally her decision making. The fact that she had a kid in her teens, we get that, we understand that. But then you were married, divorced, and there's another child. Again, you're looking at a situation and trying to decide if this is worth it, if it's worth your life, your stress, your effort, your money, right? Is it actually worth it? That's what you as a man have to figure out. I can sit here and tell you that it's not worth it, but I would also tell you the role that you would want to take in a woman's life who has children is being a mentor, not a dad, not a stepdad. Now, some men, they shine in that role. Some men, they're cool with that. I'm telling you that in order for you to feel good about being in that type of situation, you want to take the mentor role, meaning you're the coach, right? And I guess I get this from being a basketball trainer and coach, meaning I deal with a lot of different children and their personality types. So I let them know who the man is, right? But of course, you can't really discipline them. Right now, the only disciplining you can actually do is not giving them certain things or not doing certain things for them and letting them know that in the moment. Right now, I could go deeper off into that, but I think you guys get it. Another issue that women have, especially older women, is they don't understand that men are not wanting to marry women in today's time. So if you got a man that married you and then divorced, whether she divorced or whether he divorced her, that's a huge red flag, because the majority of men do not want to get married, and every man has its own reasons. Now, when the man hears why they divorced, it's probably going to line up perfectly with why he doesn't want to get married in the first place. The reason why this woman doesn't trust men is because probably of what she's done. right? See, women have this thing in their minds where, yes, they're going to blame a man for every single thing that he's not doing. But when it comes to trusting a man, it's usually a reaction to something, right? I'm not saying, and I'm not trying to stand up for her, neither one of her baby daddies, and definitely not the ex-husband, because I don't know what happened with them. But I can tell you, as a man who's also, I've been married and I've also been divorced. Now, what I can tell you guys is a lot of things happen out of reaction. When you live with somebody, when you guys have to share bills, when you have to commingle funds, when you have to figure out a financial plan, a lot of women don't really want to do that. A lot of women want to do whatever they want to do. They don't give a damn about the financial planning. They just want to do whatever it is that they want to do. And the funny thing is, you think that if she's educated, that her mind would work a little bit better in those situations. Sometimes it does, most time it does not. In fact, you'll find yourself in more financial debt. A lot of men that I've talked to, when it comes to talking to women who have multiple baby daddies, the majority of those men say she's a bad decision maker. What I usually say is, I want to know why. I want to know why she had those 2 children. Meaning, sexually, she must be doing some things that these other women are not doing. And I'm going to tell you, fellas, a lot of single moms who have children, although, you know, a lot of men tell you not to play around in that field, I'm going to tell you, you're going to find out exactly why that woman has multiple children from multiple men. Now, I'm saying this because there are a lot of women who realize that once you have children, you can't really disguise like your body count, like in a man's mind, right? Or let's say your sexual count or your sexual experience, right? Meaning, if you have 2 different baby fathers, what that tells a man is, out of all of the men that she had, 2 of those guys got caught up. 2 of those guys got caught up out of all the men that she had. So therefore, the situation and the conversations are awkward because she knows that there's a certain amount of leverage that she no longer has. She knows that trying to make this man work for it is going to backfire on her, because eventually he's going to throw it in her face. And she's already not happy with the fact that she had a baby with this guy and a baby with that guy. So it's going to hurt her even more. So what she's really trying to do is trying to figure out a way to cope with all of those stories, because she understands that this is a situation most people don't want to be in.
See, that's my friend.
This is my baby father.
Oh.
This is why I continuously say, get your mind, your body, and your finances together, fellas. Focus on your finances the most, because the day and time that we live in, majority of women are actually selling themselves.
And while y'all in my comments talk about morals and respect, you can keep your morals. I just made $30K in 15 days. And that takes you 365 days of blood, sweat, and tears to touch. You feel me? Fuck a moral. I'm up.
Right? If you think that women are out here looking for love, you should just go across the internet and just see what woman is actually looking for love. You may be shocked and surprised at the results that you actually see. The majority of women are not looking for love. In fact, let me say this, because oftentimes we say that women are smart and are super intelligent. And I'm gonna say sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. In fact, where I see women being smart and intelligent is in selfish situations. Now, some women are actually good at thinking about the group, but when it comes to thinking about her spouse, she wants him to turn into a partner. Now, that partner thing is not going to make sense to you until you're in divorce court. That's when you're going to see exactly who your partner is. But the reason you really want to focus on your finances is because that's going to be the thing that's going to allow you access to life, no matter what you think, no matter how you feel, no matter what you're going through. If your health is in bad shape, guess what? The financial aspect of life can help you at least get better treatment, right? Better medical treatment. If you have your finances together, you can go to different places to work out or different places to experience different things in the world. Money is a tool and it gives you access to things. So just keep that in mind. Your health is super important, because without that, you're not able to walk upright. You're not able to enjoy putting women through the mattress. So make sure you focus on that. But just as important, actually, you know what? The most important thing of them all is focusing on your mind. Read, meditate, expand your mind, expand your thinking, right? Because we live in a time where you must adapt to dating. This woman knows her situation is awkward because she has to explain why it did not work with two men who actually put babies in her. And that in itself is an awkward and an embarrassing conversation. Not that she's embarrassed about having the kids, but the fact that she allowed two men to put babies in her, that's the actually embarrassing part. But you know what? I got a question for you. What do you think? Comment your thoughts under this video. Remember, when you are watching these videos, you are becoming the best version of yourself. Now that this video is done, do me a huge favor. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.